Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Cooking with Frenchie. Today, a very simple recipe that you're going to love. You can make it from 7 to 77 years old. Very easy to make. So it's called snowy chocolate pinecones. You will see you need about 3 to 4 ingredients. Very simple. It's going to take you about, not counting the waiting time in the fridge, about 15 minutes tops. Let's go. All right. So for snowy chocolate pinecone, you're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need first your frosted flakes. I use Kellogg's. I tried many different types of brands, but it seems that they are the crispiest and they're really good for if you want to keep your chocolate pinecone for a few days in the fridge. All right. So after that, we're gonna go with chocolate chips. I use bittersweet 60%, and so far the best brand I found in the supermarkets is Ghirardelli. Really, never been disappointed with the quality of their chocolate. And also some salted butter. Here you have 1.5 sticks. For the complete list of ingredients, you will see that in the description of the video in terms of quantity. So this is about it. So the aficionados of melting chocolate know that already. But in order to melt chocolate gently, so it doesn't burn, doesn't have that terrible burnt taste, always better to use what we call in French un bain-marie, what you guys here call a double boiler, much more descriptive in my mind, but that's all right, forgive the French. So you will see that I have my stainless steel bowl where my chocolate chips are, and I'm going to put it over my pot. There we go, slight in contact with the water, slight contact, okay, not much, just to make sure that it's not in contact with the inox, the stainless steel from the pot. So that's gonna melt very gently. If you look at the fire, it's not, the stove is not very high. It's cool like that. Moose, please be quiet. I'm cooking with Frenchie. In the meantime, you're gonna let your chocolate melt. All right, folks. Let's now cut our butter. We're gonna slice it in. You will see small slices. This is enough. So I use about 1.5 stick of butter for about 3 cups of chocolate chips. Remember, use bittersweet. And I'm using salted butter because I'm from Brittany in France and we only cook with salted butter there. But it's also because it gives a very nice contrast between the sweetness and the saltiness of the butter. All right, the saltiness. Put your butter. And that's gonna melt along. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Next step, those frosted flakes. Remember, I'm using Kellogg's. In my mind, these are the best. They are the crispiest, and they're the long one, the one that lasts for a longer time in terms of crispiness. And they're quite sweet, so nice contrast. You don't need to sweeten your chocolate, which is bittersweet. But as you look at them, they are a little too big in order for you to form your chocolate pine cones. So we're gonna have to crush them a little bit, okay? So as simply as that, and trust me, it's quite satisfying. After a long day at work, you can always think about your boss and think about, if he's not a good boss, how you would like to take him into your hand and do the same. Just kidding, guys. Let's keep it peaceful and nice. This is baking, after all. This is the #1 anti-stress activity. Alrighty, so as you can see, crushed, about the size of like a kind of I don't know, not dusty. It cannot be that small because otherwise you won't have any shape and it's going to be too dense. But as you can see, kind of a small crumbs. Like you would have some panko, a little thicker than panko, but that's about what you need. It's about a minute of crushing in your hand, okay? All right, so as you can see, my butter and chocolate are all melted together. We have a nice syrupy texture. All right, nice consistency, liquid enough, but when it's going to cool down, it's going to solidify our chocolate pancone and keep them in shape. I didn't mention yet, but if you want a vegan option, simply replace the butter by a good vegan butter, one that you've been using in the past that you trust, and it works exactly the same way. All right, so we pour Simply as that. And you want to get all that chocolate and butter mix out of our pot. All right, once you poured it onto your crushed frosted flakes, simply mix the whole thing together. Every single flake of dust should be covered with chocolate. That's the idea. You can see a nice coating. Okay, after about a minute and a half, all your flakes should be nicely coated in that chocolate butter mix. So now it's time for us to shape them out. Okay, so this is where it becomes a little messy, but hey, guess what? Pastry cooking, sometimes we get our hands dirty. So I'm right-handed, doesn't matter really, but I'm holding my egg holder. As you can see, I really press a little bit to give it a good shape, all right? And as simple as that, as you used to do when you were a kid, up. Here it is, simple as that. I have a bit of experience doing this, so I'm gonna fill up this cookie sheet in no time. Okay folks, after about 5 minutes trying to shape down those chocolate pancone, my cookie sheet is full. As you can see, I have exactly 40 chocolate pancone with a box of frosted flakes and about a bag, 3 cups of chocolate chips, 1.5 stick of butter. So now those chocolate pancone, they are not snowy yet. They're gonna have to spend about 45 minutes to an hour in the fridge. This is it, about an hour in the fridge. We're now going to apply our dusting, our snow. So as simple as that, confectioner's sugar. Use a very fine strainer, pour it, give it a little stroke the side, and as you can see, it's just snowing everywhere. There we go. You have your snowy chocolate pancone. I'm sure your guests, your friends and family will be happy to enjoy those delicious treats. If you like this recipe and any other recipe, please subscribe to my channel, Cooking with Frenchie. Also, if you happen to stop by in DC, don't miss this excellent restaurant, Convivial. The chef is French, and Cedric is an awesome chef. Best food in town. Bye bye!